Life is a journey that we all taken. Every step is guided by its own rules and law. So come, come, come to download. Come, come, come to download. Download to download. Download to download. Immigration and family law, employment law and corporate law, commission of votes and all the other laws, professional and friendly services we give you all. For all your immigration law, family law, employment law, business and corporate law, welfare benefits, charity law, will, commission of EUSS litigation, come to Town Law Solicitors or simply visit our website on www.townlaw.co.uk or simply call us on 024 776 32323. Town Law Solicitors, professional and friendly service.
Hello to those who have just joined us. I'm just waiting for a few more people, hopefully, to join us, and then I'll get into our topic. Today, we are speaking about the sweeping changes, major changes that has been done by the Home Office to immigration rules. So please continue switching on. I'll just wait a few seconds or a minute or so for a few more people to join. Thank you.
Life is a journey that we all taken. Every step is guided by its own rules and law. So come, come, come to download. Come, come, come to download. Download to download. Download to download. Immigration and family law, employment law and corporate law, commission of votes and all the other laws, professional and friendly services we give you all. For all your immigration law, family law, employment law, business and corporate law, welfare benefits, charity law, will, commission of EUSS litigation, come to Town Law Solicitors or simply visit our website on www.townlaw.co.uk or simply call us on 024 776 32323. Town Law Solicitors, professional and friendly service.
My name is Andrew Nyamayaro. I'm a solicitor at Tanlo Solicitors. Last week, the Home Office made an announcement that they were going to make a change to the Home Office fees. And the Home Office fees, which include the actual visa application fee and the insurance health surcharge, were drastically changed or increased by the Home Office. So you will notice that at a date in the future, yet to be announced, the Home Office fees have been increased. The IHS have been increased by almost 100-fold. And it's going to be a big bill for many people that are liable to pay the health and the immigration health surcharge. So this is an announcement to people that might not have heard about it, that there's been an increment in the Home Office fees, the visa fees, the insurance health surcharge. So brace yourselves when you're going to renew or apply for your visas. that there is that this increment that has been done. The IHS has been increased, and the visa fees have been increased. So where ordinarily you were paying around 2,600 for a visa for 2.5 years, once these changes have been implemented, you will be paying nearly £4,000 for that type of visa. Some visas are still exempt, some are still at a reduced rate, but some have been increased. It's important to check with your solicitors or with your lawyers or to check on the gov.uk website as to how you will be affected. Whilst the visa fees have been increased, it's also important to note that some categories of visas may still be um, able to claim for fee waivers. So if your visa is whereby you are eligible for a fee waiver, you might be able to apply for a fee waiver. During COVID, the fee waivers were rules were almost relaxed because of COVID. But as time has been going on, the Home Office seems to be going to its odd position of you producing a lot of financial information for the household to prove and to show that you cannot be able to pay for the Home Office fees. It is quite a political topic about the fees, about the immigration as a general, but the Prime Minister was on TV, on radio, saying that the monies that are raised through the visa fees that has been levied on immigrants will be able to help the government to fund for doctors and so forth. So your fees, at least they've been said where they will be going, but whether or not that's fair is another point. So, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the visa fees increments. The next thing that I want to talk about is that the Home Office has made again sweeping, important, drastic um, changes to the immigration rules and to the immigration as a whole. So, in a statement of changes that was announced yesterday, the Home Office has made quite a lot of changes. The first change that they have made is that they have reversed their position regarding the asylum seekers that have come to the United Kingdom. So the position that the government wanted to adopt was that for those asylum seekers that have come to the country illegally, then they were supposed to then be bundled up and taken to Rwanda, where their asylum processes would have been done there. But now the Home Office seems to have backed down on this. It's no longer the two-tier system that they wanted to introduce. It's now the one-tier system where asylum seekers will be treated the same, whether or not they have come legally or illegally from their own countries where they fled because of fear of persecution. That seems to be in the right direction. The second major change that the Home Office has done is that they have broadened the skilled worker route. So some other jobs that were not on the skilled worker list have been added to the list. These jobs include jobs such as bricklayers, masons, carpenters, various roles in construction, etc. So you can check the list and see if your job qualifies, and then maybe if your job qualifies, you'll be able to apply for the job. So they've increased the jobs that are now on the skilled worker list. If you have got any questions, you can put them in the chat. You can type them, and then I'll be able to see your questions and respond to them once I've touched on all the points that I'm touching on. But just put your questions in the chat box, and then I'll be able to respond to your questions. Right. The next topic is about students. And again, the Home Office has made changes regarding to students. As of yesterday morning and before, students were able to bring their dependents to the United Kingdom. particularly if they are on a long-term student visa. And our students were able to switch from being a student to go on a skilled worker visa, even when they had not completed their studies. This has changed. From yesterday, this has changed. From yesterday, any student who is on a short term student visa or any student who is not um, doing a postgrad degree in research programs will not be able to bring their dependents to the United Kingdom. So you can no longer be able to bring your dependents to the United Kingdom as the first point. And as the second point, you are no longer able to switch to a worker visa midpoint your studies. Now you have to finish your studies first, and then you will be able to switch from student. Of course, you will no longer be a student anyway because you would have finished your studies. So you now have an option to go on the skilled worker visa, or you can then go on the postgrad visa, which has always been there. So I think the main challenge here is that if you are going to come on a student visa, say you have got a 3 year student visa and you are not able to bring your dependents, so you might then be able to ask yourself, is it still worth coming to the United Kingdom or not when you're leaving your family for such a long time? And if you cannot switch midway your courses, some people were just coming in and then switching on whether they've passed their degree or not, they were switching on, but you are no longer able to switch your visa. The next change that the Home Office has made is in relation, or not a change necessarily, but an edification to the Ukraine scheme. As you know, that when once the war broke in Ukraine, most people fled the country, and some people came to the United Kingdom. The Home Office has made a provision for them to extend their visa or their stay in the United Kingdom for the next 36 months if they want to extend their visa. And the deadline for the extension is the 16th of May 2024. Again, people might be able to extend beyond that. I hope so, if they can be able to show why they have not been able to extend their visa. So the Ukraine scheme is still going on. The people from Ukraine will be able to extend their visas for the next 36 months. And I'm sure will be told how the process will go on, or there will be a certain application form or a process that will be conducted. The next thing that the Home Office has changed is in relation to EU nationals and their family members. From the previous days, if you are family member of an EU national, you could be able to switch to being a family member in the United Kingdom, even if you had been in the country illegally. Now the Home Office has brought a stop to that. If you are in the country illegally and you're a family member of an EU national, you will need to leave the UK and go and apply for a permit from outside the United Kingdom. So that's another change that they've made in relation to the family. Another change that they have made is in relation to the surrender sink route. So the surrender sink route is whereby a British national has been residing outside the United Kingdom and Ireland, and they've been in Europe and they've established their rights in Europe, and they've got their family member who is an European person, or um, a family member from another country, but has been staying with them in Europe. Because they've established those rights, those people will be able to come to the United Kingdom under the surrender sink route. But the surrender sink route is coming to an end as well. So make sure if you are a British national with your family members and you are staying outside the United Kingdom in Europe, make sure you submit your application in time as this route is coming to an end. And I also understand that there's some Brano route where you are the primary care of a British citizen, even if you are an EU national, or even if someone who does not have leave to remain in the United Kingdom, there's been changes to the Zambrano route as well. So if you qualify for the Zambrano route, you need also to make your applications, or at least to review your circumstances or get legal advice in relation to your circumstances. So, for those who have joined us, I'm just talking about the changes that have been done by the Home Office of late. The first one is that the fees for the Home Office, the IHS, the Insurance Health Surcharge, and the visa fees for certain categories is going to go up. Some of them will go up by the visa fees for 15 to 20%, give or take. The HS will go up by a large margin, off my head, nearly 80%, from about £600 to almost £1,000 for a year in the IHS. The other changes that have been brought is that students can no longer switch from being a student to a worker midway their course. They need to finish their studies and then they will be able to um, go on the skilled worker or maybe postgrad visa or whichever category they will be qualifying. Again, students are no longer able to bring their dependents unless if they are on a research doctorate program, and students on a short-term visa cannot also bring their students. Um, for the majority of my audience, I think those are the major changes. Again, with asylum, those people who came uh, illegally or those who come legally are now going to be treated the same. The two-tier system has been abolished by the Home Office. So these are the changes that have been made by the Home Office. Some of them have become active immediately. Some will be implemented in the future. But always check our media. We have got a YouTube channel. We have got a Facebook page. We have got a WhatsApp platform where we post most updates, and we have got a Telegram group as well, or two Telegram groups. One which is meant for tier two immigrants in the United Kingdom, where we give day-to-day tips about life in the United Kingdom, and the other one is for general legal advice for anyone who has got any general legal questions. If you have got any questions, put them in the chat, and I'll be able to respond to your questions. Um, Especially if you are a student, maybe, or you want to know more about the fees that have been changed by the Home Office. If you qualify for a fee waiver, continue applying for a fee waiver. Hopefully, if your fee waiver is successful, you won't be able to pay the several thousands of pounds that the Home Office is charging to people to get their visa fees. I seem not to have any questions. So with that, I will bring my presentation to an end. And thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Andrew from Tanlo Solicitors. Thank you.